Okay, this is the dish breakdown where I break down a dish so you never have to rely on a recipe again. And today we're breaking down spaghetti and meatballs.
That's a good meatball. That's a good meatball.
When making your meatballs, you're going to want to start off by prepping your aromatics. This includes garlic, herbs, and then some sort of allium like shallot or onion. If you plan on using fresh garlic and onion, try sauteing them before adding them to your meat for a depth of flavor. Now, because these are your meatballs, you can definitely add whatever herbs or spices you want, but if you're aiming for a standard Italian-style taste, try adding Italian seasoning in addition to freshly chopped parsley and basil. Next, in order to make sure that everything binds together, you gotta add eggs. Just know for about a pound of meat, you generally need only one egg. Now, to help retain moisture in your meatballs, you gotta add breadcrumbs. And if you're wondering how much, just make sure to add no more than a half cup per pound of meat. To help get your meatballs juicy and light, try soaking your meatballs in a little bit of dairy. If you're using leaner meat for your meatballs, try using heavy cream instead of milk to add more fat. And if you're okay with lean, just use milk. And in terms of measurement, just use enough to make sure that those breadcrumbs soak. Now, to make sure that all of the flavors of your aromatics and meat come through, it is absolutely crucial that you add enough salt. And to make sure that you add enough salt before forming your meatballs, just cook up a small pinch of that meatball mixture and taste it to make sure that it's not bland. And if it is bland, add salt. Once it reaches your desired taste, give it one more mix and form your meatballs. It's also important to note that you don't want to overmix your mixture, because if you do, your meatballs will turn out dense and bouncy. Next, to make the process of rolling out your meatballs easier, try putting a little bit of oil in your hands before rolling them out. And once they're rolled out, they're ready to cook. Now, the choice to buy or make your sauce is totally up to you, but to really lock in all of the flavors of your meatballs, you gotta either sear or bake them before adding them to the sauce. But once they're sitting in the sauce, you can let them braise on low heat as long as you'd like. Just know that because they're sitting in liquid, it's really hard to overcook them. Now, for your spaghetti, cook it according to package instructions, but make sure to take it out 1 minute before it's al dente. And once it reaches that point, finish cooking it in your sauce. Plate it however you like, but just make sure that you don't forget those meatballs.